Fortnite's female tournament, I think it was the Milk Cup or something, is won by a man. We're not out of the woke woods yet, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this topic came courtesy of a certain Californian Italian by the name of Smash JT, who covered the situation regarding the winner of a Fortnite tournament, who was, or still is, I'd say was, that's the future, but who is a transgender individual who... who won a Fortnite tournament. A very...
I have no words. I have no words.
Well, it was a very prestigious tournament. The guy who's got a good pair of balls on him won about $300,000 during this tournament, and it's causing a big uproar because of the fact that it was a woman's only tournament. Go ahead, Mr. Hardcore.
Good. It is the only way that they can get out of this. Because, I'm sorry, but women are stubborn, okay? But the only way for them to understand that a woman is a woman and a man is a man is for us to put that trans weirdo right in front of them, let him win a video game, and then be like, he's not supposed to be here, actually. And I'm like, no, you think, Sarah?
So rub it into their noses, you're saying. To wake up a bit.
I think it's sorry to interrupt you guys, but it's very good that Mr. Hardcore has this perspective, because this is what happens when you tell the institutions to their face that what they're doing is absolutely moronic, because this guy did exactly the same thing. Blocked immediately for saying the obvious. A biological male won the largest all-women's Fortnite tournament in history. Took place at TwitchCon, which is going to be our next topic, bashing Twitch and other live streaming platforms for being completely egregious. Took place at hashtag TwitchCon, which is run and owned by Amazon. Why is this okay? And, here's some screenshots in which he made the comment, a biological male, Vader, just won the largest female, in air quotes, Fortnite competition. Make it make sense. And of course, for those who are blind, because we do have blind viewers, a blind viewer donated me $500 one time. For the blind viewers, the transgender individual is on the left, and he looks like he has Down syndrome too. So, guys, thoughts. Let's start off with the Empress. I have to go to the loo. One moment.
But here's I
You're not a woman, are you?
I honestly think that the one gentleman, I don't want I don't want the guys to talk about this. I need the players, the actual women that were playing, to say something. Some random guy saying it, okay, all right, he could spread the news. Some other dude says it, okay, he could spread the news. I need the women that play the game and other women to stand up and say something, but all we got is Empress. That's the sad part.
Well,
sorry.
Sorry. I want to just add on here. Like, look, I mean, I get it. Everyone should I'll be the bleeding heart. Look, everyone should feel included. Everyone should participate, and everyone should enjoy some fun. But listen, there also comes down to reasons of, okay, if it's one category, it's one category. And I hate to be the guy to separate guys and gals, but no, let's literally have there be a separation. If there's going to be a big tournament, like anybody can enter, then fine. Make it an all-inclusive, everyone's in there kind of tournament.
Yeah.
Make it like a universal tournament like you saw in Dragon Ball Z Super, where everyone's in there and whoever stands on top is the winner, like Android 17, I think that was. So there you go. So that's what we should have then. I mean, But then again, like if there's separate categories, then fine. Then it should be encompassing in that. I understand everyone's gonna have an opinion, like, oh, what about this, that, or the other? Well, I don't like the idea of a male boxer in a all-women's boxing tournament. Okay, there are differences. There are differences.
Oh no,
right?
yes, okay.
and there are things that women can do that men cannot do, and there are things
Okay, let me talk now, please. Okay, so this tournament and whoever allowed this should burn in hell. First, second, how is this thing that doesn't even look remotely like a woman was allowed to participate? And thirdly, this is an absolute travesty. And yes, if we are having men and women in separate categories in separate tournaments, they should be well separate. Why didn't this guy just go to the men's tournament? Well, because he just decided to identifies a woman, which actually other people have done on purpose in sports like weightlifting and whatever, just to prove a point. Then that huge muscular man that just says that he's a woman can just go there and destroy all women and be like, oh yes, of course, here am I, and nobody cares. This has to stop like immediately, because yes, this is insulting to actually both men and women. And we should absolutely give more voice to this, and Mr. Hardcore is right. And by the way, I did this because I love your reactions, so that's why.
Yeah.
It just was at this time where Digny said that I should find something children nonsense. But yeah, I did this because your reactions are just amazing.
I heard my name and nonsense. What's going on?
About the children stuff and having a kid.
Every woman should have a child.
Oh, yeah, no, nonsense. So the Zen process, cook them, exactly. Cooking them. So, not everybody should have kids because they have they dance, and then we have the whole world.
Thank you.
So a lot of people are immature, and they are also children in their minds, and never actually mature, and they should not have children. This should be like a universal rule. I don't know how it's going to be enforced, because it cannot happen. But you see every freaking day, no matter of what country you're from, you see those examples on the streets of men, women that are complete imbeciles having children because they're conditioned to think that they should have children by their parents, who are also retarded, by the way, coming from an old ways of thinking, but still living in a world where they don't recognize that they didn't raise their children well, by the point where they are now retards, and they're making those retards create more retards. So that's what we have. And that's what we see every day on the streets. Like, I see 2-year-old, 1-year-old kids that can barely walk. They just let them go, and they just go. Like, where is that parent? Where is it? I can't see it. What? 20 meters away from the child? Great. What does this child eat today? What? Breskos? Bristles? Okay.
It's the idiocracy problem, Empress. And folks, there is such a thing as too clever for your own good. And this is why I call the population problem the ultimate problem, because it's the poor, dumb countries that have the most kids, and it's the rich, clever countries that have no damn kids. And there's no obvious solution to that problem without putting your iron fist down and your jackboot down. But that's a topic for another show. What I will point out, though, right? If you're a guy and you want to make a lot of money quickly, it's great to see Des. I hope you're doing well.
Hello.
Hello.
If you're a good gamer and if you want to make a quick buck in the site, guys, of course, I identify as female. I play tournaments. I win big, and then I just fade away after winning big. I can understand the motivations for doing it. Of course it's fucked up. We can all agree it's fucked up. But all we're seeing here is some opportunistic, big, ball-paired
I'm glad you said that.
Taking advantage of the situation. It's pure opportunism.
I'm glad you said that, because I want to raise a point where you want to know, that is like that's the textbook most misogynistic, I hate women thing to do, to be like, I'm going to pit myself against women because they're weaker. That's why you did it. That's why you did. That was your whole focus. There's nobody coming over to join the men's side, and a woman's trying to go over to. I mean, when it there's I have not seen it where a woman wants to join boxing where it's just men. I've not seen that.
Giving me an idea, Mr. Hard.
But but basically, they're basically saying like in full perpetuity. I know I could probably win and trick these women into believing I'm a woman because they're easily fooled, because they're so dumb, and I'm going to win because I'm better than women. That's what he's doing. That's the whole entire thing. This is not a man like, oh, listen, there's a lot of snake in the grass people out there. You got to realize that I'm not afraid of the people that are like, morning, N-word. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? He's like, how's the family?
Hey, boy, we don't want you walking back here.
I'm not worried about them because I already know them. As long as they don't do any crime, I'm fine. It's the one that smiles and says hi that I'm worried about. Yeah. I'm worried about people that have ulterior motives to be like, hey, I'm your friend. You'll let me join this game, right?
Yeah, and there's a lot in this space, in this business, at these cons, at these. So because when you talk about these conventions, be it YouTube, Twitch, or whatever, or these video gaming tournaments, there are so many scummy people out there, and what they can get away with, and how they're able to manipulate, control a narrative. And if they got enough clout or enough push, or if they got the social media narrative agenda with them, oh, look out.
Hashtag Dan Clancy.
Him? Yeah, everyone's favorite CEO.
Yeah.
Everyone in this network that has participated in this network in one way, shape, or form has one thing in common. And we all know how poisonous fucking content creation can be. And thank you to the Common Nerd for rating the stream. That's step one. Step two is actually being on the stream.
Thank you.
We appreciate you, my good man. There's a guy who can speak faster than Ben Shapiro and louder than Alex Jones. We appreciate you, my good man. I just wanted to point out, for clarity's sake, in regards to this whole situation, that a female in air quotes, folks. You can't see me doing it, but I am doing it. This Fortnite female tournament being won by a trans female, a transformative female, is a symptom of a wider problem. And that really kicks it into our third topic, which is going to be our main topic for today's show. So we might as well just get right into it in regards to the problems over at Twitch, not just Twitch, but of live streaming platforms as a whole, most notably Kick. So we're going to start off thinking about it, since you guys mentioned Dan Clancy. This guy, while Emaru was getting assaulted at TwitchCon, this guy was dancing around with a female streamer and pulled a wrestling move on her.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. Well,
that's so bad.
So old.